we're about to speak on this, okay? Kimmy Cakes and her chemical cut. Y'all, seriously, I can speak on this because I've been a hairstylist for almost 20 years and I have literally lost clients because I've told them no to this shit.
I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like Bianca was giving Kim, and now Kim's giving Bianca, giving Kim, giving Kim.
Like, never has she and that Bianca Sansori looked more alike than I think in these photos of Kim. Like, obviously, like, not shocking. Kanye clearly, like, I feel like has morphed Bianca into kind of whatever he wants.
Remember when Kim and Kanye argued at the Met Gala because he said it affects him when she's too sexy? And she said, hey, you know, I know you're on this journey, but you built me up to be this sexy person and this is my brand and I'm gonna dress how I want to dress. Now he's walking around with Bianca like that. Well, it wasn't about modesty or, you know, whatever. It was about control.
Kim Kardashian, whether you love her or you hate her, we gotta talk about her because news is circulating that she is trying to copy Bianca Sansori, who is her ex-husband's new wife. I've got actually quite a lot of differing opinions on this one because I've been watching this kind of train wreck go down with the quote-unquote humiliation ritual that was going around last year and then also a little bit of this year as well.
I'm no trained therapist, but what I want y'all to do is look in her eyes. This whole video, just look in her eyes.
Now, I'd be absolutely lying if I didn't say that part of the reasoning why people are talking about Kim at the minute is because of the noodle hair.
Not let this fool gaslight you into thinking that this is what she wanted, because that is not true. That is a chemical cut. Her hair is damaged, okay? It's like wet noodles.
Just very amusing to see a billionaire that by a bratty behavior of wanting to constantly change, trying to go against these laws, and that she cannot get away with it even though she's a billionaire and she can access the best of the best of the best in every single sense that you can think.
Yes, she has come out with noodly hair, and now people are saying, well, maybe this was all a ploy because actually she wanted to look more like Bianca, and she's now posting these Bianca-esque shots.
I don't know if this makes sense, but it's like Bianca was giving Kim, and now Kim's giving Bianca, giving Kim, giving Kim. Or Kim's giving Kim, trying to be Kim. It makes sense in my head, but yeah.
So these are the pictures that are obviously coming up right now where you do have pretty much identical clothing, nearly identical hair. Now, I'm not sure where I stand with this whole Kim wanting to get rid of Bianca story. I'm not quite sure where I stand on it, but I do think that there are some interesting things to note, such as supposedly Bianca's family do not like Ye and they do not agree with the way that she is being dressed.
However, very recently, her father, who's in Australia, has demanded that both her and Kanye take a trip to see him because he wants to speak to Kanye about the outfits that Kanye has been dressing his daughter in. Bianca's father is not happy with constantly having to see his daughter being paraded around. I was going to say half naked, but it's like more than half naked at this point.
Throughout the years, even when Kim and Kanye, even when they were together, it was extremely clear that she just sort of gave all fashion ideas / clothing, dressing, anything like that. She gave all creative output to Kanye. She also used to promote his brand Yeezy.
Multiple of Kanye's exes, including Amber Rose, Julia Fox, and Kim Kardashian, often shared that Kanye West likes to take full control over his partner's wardrobes. Kim Kardashian has even been quoted saying that Kanye's love language is clothing.
Definitely point in the Kardashians, and if I can find the clip, I will include it, but there's clips of her literally in tears because she doesn't know what to wear and Ye is not around. And I think that then really heavily implied just how controlling he was around her not even being able to dress how she wanted because he would have something to say about it.
You remember when Kim and Kanye argued at the Met Gala because he said it affects him when she's too sexy? And she said, hey, you know, I know you're on this journey, but you built me up to be this sexy person, and this is my brand, and I'm gonna dress how I wanna dress. Now he's walking around with Bianca like that. You know, it wasn't about modesty or, you know, whatever. It was about control.
To wear a bit more tighter, a bit more revealing outfits, and he didn't like it. Fast forward to now, you now have Bianca, who is literally walking around with, I'm not joking, nothing on. If it was just the average person going out like that, I think you would get called out on it.
Bianca Censori West continue to shock the internet with their looks, including so many Italian onlookers. Bianca was seen in her sheer tights look, but this time she was holding a cushion.
And Kanye West's wife, Bianca Censori, is constantly walking around with barely their clothes, and often, 99%, she forgets her underwear.
Bianca was in another sheer pantyhose look, and Kanye, well, he was kind of hard to see under all those clothes.
No, because why have I woken up and Kanye's wife is just wearing a pillow around Italy? She's getting laughed at, bless her. Poor girl.
I remember watching TikToks of Bianca being led around Disney World with no shoes on, and people were speaking out and saying, this is a health and safety problem. This makes absolutely no sense, because how is she going to go on any of the rides?
So I just saw this video of Kanye and his girlfriend Bianca walking around going to ride the Millennium Falcon ride at Disneyland. As did you. And everyone's talking about how his girlfriend over here, Bianca, doesn't have any shoes on. First of all, it's gross and unsanitary, especially at Disneyland. But as an ex-cast member myself, I used to work at Disney World, my brain is going, safety hazard, safety hazard.
Every single thing that any of these people do is highly thought out. It's highly thought out. They do not leave the house that day. You know, one of them not wearing any shoes, not wanting there to be a statement, or not wanting there be a piece written about it. And Bianca is not stupid either, okay? She was an architectural designer, okay? She went. So she is not a silly cookie.
Hi, my name's Bianca Censori. I'm an architectural designer from Melbourne, Australia. I currently reside in Los Angeles, and I'm a lead architectural designer at Yeezy. I've had the pleasure of being able to work with designers like James Turrell, Valeria Olgiati, and Vincent Van Dyson. My passion for architecture lies in fabrication, conceptualizing the future of built space, and exploring the bridge between the physical and the meta.
Makes it even more confusing when you see pictures of her and people are calling it a humiliation ritual where she's being led around with basically a pillow to hide everything. It didn't really make a lot of sense. And now people are now saying that Kim is trying to mimic that. Kim was always told she had to wear more clothes, whereas Bianca seemingly is wearing little. Now, people will argue that Bianca has always been like this, and if you watched her before she got married, then if you saw her socials, you'd actually realize that she used to wear little clothing anyway, and she was always a bit risky with the things.
I want to tell everybody I posted my wife 3 times on purpose. Then people still in my comments talking about, why are you posting your wife? Because she make me happy. Leave the king the alone. So don't ever say nothing negative. If you don't like my page and don't like what I'm posting, go yourself.
Other people who are absolutely certain that this is some sort of humiliation ritual and that Ye is really not very well and that he's basically trying to control and break down these women.
Okay, so we've all seen those photos of Kanye and his new wife, Bianca Censori, right? So I don't need to show you. And it's easy to make fun of Kanye. I mean, I make fun of him in my act because he's like crazy and nutty and does all these things. When I see those photos where she's in pantyhose and like not even a bandeau top, it's really all about being see-through and stuff. I think, number one, she has a banging body, but she does have a body that is almost identical to Kim.
Now, interestingly enough, last year in October, there was a Page 6 article that came out where basically it was saying that there are sets of rules, and there are sets of rules that apparently Bianca has to follow. Apparently, Kanye West is forcing his wife, Bianca Censori, to never speak and only wear certain clothes, according to a new report. A source close to the Yeezy architect told the Daily Mail that the All of the Lights performer allegedly has indoctrinated her into following specific directives. Kanye has a set of rules for Bianca, which includes never speak and wear what he wants her to wear. She is also required to eat certain food items and to work out even though Kanye doesn't work out. West 46 has been able to control Censori completely because he allegedly convinced her that they're royal. She has no mind of her own anymore, the insider added. Obviously utterly bizarre. We all know that Kanye West is not a mentally sound individual. I believe that back in 2016 to 2018, can't remember which one, it did come out. It was said that he's bipolar and that he hasn't been taking his medications for that. It has been a progressive downward spiral for Kanye, and that is very unfortunate for him. There could be a really big element of truth to this, because even Kim would say that he was very controlling. And I'm not saying, you know, trust a Kardashian, but if enough people are coming out, ex-girlfriends, etc., and they're saying that he was controlling, that gives you a big reason to believe this kind of thing.
She had like an Instagram page before where she used to post normally because I guess she was like an influencer. But I think it's crazy how ever since she married Kanye West, she has officially changed. Like, she doesn't pose. The way she dresses, not how she was dressing before. For me, it's giving hostage. Like, every time, she's not fully clothed, but he is. And she always looks very uncomfortable. And it's just weird.
I would be lying if I said that when I originally saw the clips of Bianca looking extremely sad and upset, standing in the rain, wearing no clothing, think that this was something that there's more to this than it seems. Not to mention that really quite recently, Julia Fox, who was an ex-girlfriend of Ye's, came out and basically was trying to warn Bianca away from him. In a discussion with The Independent, the actress from Presence shared her dissatisfaction with the lack of privacy in her past relationship with the Chicago rapper, which has left her with a bitter taste for public romances. Dating that man for a month, 1 month, and that's why I have such a sour taste in my mouth about dating anyone in this sphere, because I don't ever want to be just known as someone's girlfriend. I know I'm so much more than that. The Uncut Gem star said, and I feel like that happens so much to women in this industry. They're only as good as their partner, or they can make a whole career off being some guy's partner. I want to just stand on my own 2 feet and not need a man to back me. These revelations coincide with troubling and somewhat contradictory reports suggesting that Bianca is being portrayed more as a product marketed by Kanye. Surprisingly, it is alleged that Yeezy Architecture, Kanye's design venture, supports these maneuvers because they have catapulted her into the limelight she currently enjoys. The very last bit, we already know that Bianca is an architectural person. Okay, she got degrees, all right. That was what she was. She was an architect. It does seem like she is this marketed ploy, that she is being marketed in a certain way, whether or not she likes that or not. There's even some people out there that are alleging that Bianca calls the shots and that she is actually his power of attorney or something. I've got no idea. I actually tried to further look into that, but I couldn't find anything concrete. But nonetheless, I saw a TikToker talking about this, and this is a conspiracy that's going around. There are actually quite a few conspiracies to do with this couple.
Bianca likes this stuff, y'all. She's happy. I hate to break it to you. She used to work for Kanye since 2020 as an architectural designer for Yeezy, so she knew exactly what she was getting herself into. The fact that she was able to work for him and not lose her mind, watch how the stuff with him and Kim played out live, and still marry him, she knows. Also, she is 29 years old. She is a grown woman. She is not this damsel in distress, 22-year-old, young and naive, easy to control woman that you guys keep trying to paint or want to paint her out to be. This isn't a surviving Diddy situation.
I feel that if she wasn't so heavily involved with the fashion, then I think it would have been looked at a lot more differently. But if it is true that her family are not very happy with the way that she is being shown, you know, ex-girlfriends are coming out and they're trying to warn her that this is not the right idea. She is a grown woman. She can make the decisions for herself, which begs the question, why would Kim want to get involved with that again?
Sometimes Kanye will say to me, can I have approval over what you say about me on your show? Say, well, you just talked about me in this song, this interview, and you didn't ask my permission. And I never say anything bad. I never say anything negative. If I say I'm exhausted, I feel guilty about that.
keeping up with the Kardashian moments of her getting so upset and grieving the loss of her marriage, grieving the loss of a person, her not recognizing him anymore.
Been dealing with, like, what you've been dealing with is not okay.
It's really confusing for me. It's so different than the person that I married because that's who I loved and that's who I remember. You know, I'll do anything to get that person back.
I feel that either she is collaborating with Yeezy, and this is the reasoning why she is wanting to become a mini clone of Bianca. Maybe she's being paid. Is she still on the Yeezy board? I actually don't even know. Or she secretly wants Kanye back, or she's just trying to drive the attention away from what has gone on with Taylor Swift in the past couple of weeks.
Taylor Swift just released a Kim Kardashian diss track. Tell me I'm wrong.
Those are my 3 ideas to what has been happening with Kim and her new look, because they're the only 3 that I can really think of, because like I've already said, the Kardashians and Jenners, any of them in this area, do not do anything unless they want a specific reaction out of it. Every single time they leave the house, they're thinking to themselves, what can I wear? What can I do? How will what I wear, what I say affect how the media are going to see me today? There's no way she did not intentionally make her hair look like that, take that picture and like not be aware that she looks exactly like Bianca. There is just absolutely no way. Very much all I wanted to say on this topic of conversation. I hope you guys have a wonderful day wherever you are in this world. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves, and I will catch up with you guys in the next video.